It's the penultimate day of the 12 days of content from Leadpages. I'm Bob, and today's video features EzraFirestone's presentation from our Automated 2017 online conference. It's called Paid Media: How to Automate Your Campaigns to Drive More Sales. Buckle in, because Ezra is going to lay down an eye-popping set of formulas and tactics you can use to profit from Facebook advertising. Oh, and coming up tomorrow, our final day, we've got a live webinar to show you how to use Leadpages, landing pages, and integrated Facebook ads to remove a lot of the technical hurdles that may be in your way. Now, let's get started with Ezra's presentation.
Automated 2017. I'm very excited about this presentation. Thank you for watching. My name is EzraFirestone. I am the CEO of Smart Marketer and the CEO of Zipify Apps, as well as the co-founder of Boom by Cindy Joseph. I do pretty well online. I'm going to tell you a little bit about myself, and I'm also going to take you through automation for paid media. As you can see here, this is Automated 2017. Let's go ahead and get started. So automation for paid media, it's kind of a big and sort of, like nebulous subject. So let's try to make it practical and applicable to your business. So I'm going to be breaking down one of the sales funnels that I use in my business that you can see here on the screen as a way to kind of demonstrate some of the concepts and things that we're going to be using and talking about. Now, Facebook recently did a case study on our brand because we spend about $5 million a year on Facebook ads and we do a good job. So they did a case study for us. In 2015, this store that I'm using as a case study here did $3 million in revenue. And in 2016, wow, look at those fireworks, we did $17 million in revenue. So that is, and this is just another note from Shopify here showing the actual dates. And there you can see the difference between 2015 and 2016. This is actually the monthly breakdown of this brand. And so that's a 5.8x growth year over year in revenue. And if you break down our entire business, all of our different brands, we actually run 4 different brands, 2 of them e-commerce brands, 1 of them an information publishing brand, and 1 a software as a service brand. We did $7 million in 2015, and this was the breakdown. Our Be Friendly skincare brand did about 1.2. Smart Marketer, our information publishing brand, did about 2.2, and Boom did around 3. And then in 2016, we did a total of $22 million in revenue across all of our brands, with the breakdown being our new app company, Zipify, made a couple $100,000, brand new. Be Friendly grew by about 40%. Smart Marketer grew by about 50%, and Boom grew by like 6x. And so the question is, what made that happen? How did we actually do that? So my name is EzraFirestone. I'm an e-commerce expert. This is me on the front of some magazines speaking. I'm showing you this stuff so that you know, I'm going to go back here, that like I know what I'm talking about. The reason that I went through that fairly quickly was because I don't want to spend a whole bunch of time telling you how great I am, but I do want you to know that I actually do this stuff every day. I lead a team of 45 people. We're really into this. We like it, and we're great at buying advertising. Now I'm going to tell you a little bit about e-commerce and kind of where the e-commerce world has gone, and then how you need to look at buying advertising for your brand, no matter what market you're in. So when I got started, this was actually a few years after I got started. This was Q1 of 2010. 4.2% of all transactions that happen in America were happening online. So from the bag of chips that you buy down at the grocery store to the thing you buy on Amazon, 4 out of every 100 were happening online. And now fast forward to Q3 of 2016, and that literally doubled to 8.4% of all transactions happening online. And the projections are that we're going to double again. So if you just hang around, your business might double. By 2021, that's all going to double one more time. So the sort of online commerce ecosystem is growing significantly. And just look at Cyber Monday. I mean, look at these sales statistics for Cyber Monday going back from 2005. It just keeps getting bigger every year. And so, with e-commerce, it's all about timing. I like to tell a story of when I had the nickname Johnny, how you doing? If you go back to the screen here, we can see that curl right there, that was not an accident. That was very much on purpose. Anyways, I used to play poker for a living, and there was a game that I couldn't win at. And so I started showing up at midnight instead of at like 7 p.m. after people had had a chance to kind of lose some money and get loose. I started winning at that game. It's the right time for me to be playing in that game. And it's the right time now to be in e-commerce and in online business, because our industry is becoming a real profession. Digital marketing is becoming a real profession, and it's one of the fastest growing verticals. And so it's a good time to be in this business. So when we look at the top 10 countries, this is global. This isn't just America. I mean, look at this. China, UK, Japan, Germany, France, South Korea, Canada, Brazil, Australia. There's many countries. E-commerce is globalizing. You're going to be able to, and you already can if you're selling digital and information products, sell worldwide. And if you sell physical products like me, you'll be able to sell worldwide pretty easily too, not just on Amazon. So it's growing so that we know it's a good time to be in e-commerce. It's a good time to be an online marketer. We know that. And that's what I wanted to establish with these statistics. So how do we best take advantage of it? How do we, as participants in Automated 2017, take advantage of this sort of industry and ecosystem? And that's what I'm going to talk about today. I'm going to talk about the future of e-commerce. And when I say e-commerce, I don't mean physical products only. I mean any online commerce. It's not just about physical products. I happen to sell physical products, but I also sell information. I also sell software. So these same principles apply no matter what you're selling. Now, what's happened, I'm going to give you some statistics to kind of give you some context, is touch has taken over. So basically, it used to be that people would spend long periods of time at their computer and at their desktop and laptop computer. And then the digital medium became mobile, and touch-based consumption of the internet has eclipsed traditional desktop and laptop-based consumption of the digital medium. And so people are carrying these mobile devices around with them, and they are consuming in shorter periods of time. Like shorter periods of time, the consumption is happening, but more times throughout the day because they're carrying their devices around with them. People are on their phones in the bathroom. They're on their phones at the grocery store. Like they're always consuming the digital medium. And so I want to give you some stats to really kind of drill this point home, because it really does affect how we automate our paid media. So 33% of people who show interest on a mobile advertisement convert on a desktop. By the way, just to let you know, these stats are coming directly from Facebook. I'm one of their top 3 spenders for e-commerce in the self-serve ad platform. So they brought me in. We did a whole 2-day boot camp on direct response advertising on Facebook, and they gave me a bunch of these really interesting statistics from their platform. So 33% of people who show interest on a mobile ad convert on a desktop. 60% of adults in the United States have 2 devices, and a quarter of those people have 3 devices. If you're watching this right now, my guess is that you have a minimum of 2 devices. People are moving to bigger devices to make purchase decisions. They're moving to bigger devices to make purchase decisions. The mobile world, the mobile world that we live in comes with fragmentation. What that means is that the average person has 194 different channels that they're consuming from. AOL, iTunes, Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, Gmail. So there's all these different channels that they're consuming media from. 50% of people are multi-screening while they're watching TV. They're watching TV and they're on the phone at the same time. So the game is changing, and 67% of consumers start shopping on one device and continue on another. And this is a really big point with the automation for paid media that we're about to dive into, that most people, 2/3 of your customers, are starting shopping on one device and continuing on another. Video consumption is growing, and it's driven by mobile. And by 2018, by the way, Facebook and Instagram account for more time spent on mobile devices than the next 10 channels or platforms combined. 1 in 5 minutes that people spend on mobile devices in the United States are on Facebook and Instagram. And currently, 4 out of 5 Americans carry a smartphone with them every day. Don't worry, I'm going to stop with the statistics shortly here. So what does that mean for you? What does that mean for you as a business owner? Well, what it means is that the way that you advertise has fundamentally changed. The big idea that I want you to grasp is that you're going to need multiple touch points before you achieve a conversion event. Multiple touch points before you achieve a conversion event. It's no longer search, find, buy. Check out these flames. I call it multi-touch point marketing. It's revolutionized our business. It's what's allowed us to scale by 5x in one year, is really understanding this concept. The idea of the single campaign is completely dead. This idea that like you run ads and it works or it doesn't, this idea of search, find, buy, and then it's over. No, it's not how it works anymore. Not with multi-data point contextual targeting, as we're going to get into in just a second. Now, every one of your advertising campaigns needs to be looked at in context with all the others, because we know that we're going to need to advertise a first touch point, a second touch point, a third touch point, and beyond. And I'm going to explain how you do that. So when it comes to advertising in general, I find that people quit too early, far too early. You got to give an ad campaign at least 90 days. And when we look at all big businesses and what they have in common, they all buy advertising as a means to grow their business, every single one of them. So let's talk for a minute about how brands make it from a visibility visibility. Firstly, they usually have something good to sell, something people actually want. If you don't have something people want, then you're going to need to go back and reassess your product. Secondly, they usually have one source of visibility that's consistent. So in general, the non-scalable sources of visibility are like traditional press, where you get like newspaper and magazine articles and videos on news shows. Search engine optimization, kind of hard to monitor and scale that, but some people do make it on that. Influencer endorsements, again, kind of hard to be consistent with, but some people make it on that. But my viewpoint is that to have consistency and scalability, you've got to be able to turn advertising into profit, which is what this presentation is about today, and it's what I'm kind of framing for you, and I'm going to show you how to do. So, old school advertising was query-based. People would type in a query on Google, they'd see your product or they'd see your service, and then they would buy it. You knew what they were looking at. But now, advertising is contextual. So basically, we have like thousands of data points on any given user, and we can sort of collect those data points to target a group of people who weren't actually looking for something. Now, search advertising does exist, but it's really expensive and it's limited. So we want to focus on how do we make contextual advertising work, and how do we automate that to have it work even more effectively, or leverage automation within our advertising. So the new school ads is you're targeting people based on data points that you have about them, demographic data points, past interest data points, and things like that. So the frame that I'd like you to take for your business is that your core platform and any funnel that you create is simply a collection of conversion assets working in concert with one another. Now, when we look at a prospect to customer journey, we know that there's three phases. There's before they're your customer, there's when they're in the process of becoming your customer, and then there's after they have already become a customer. So we really need our advertising to focus on these three pillars. And the assets that you create at each stage of the journey support you in what you want, which is conversions, and your customers in what they want, which is a solution to their problem. And we're going to be specifically talking about assets in the form of advertising assets and how to leverage those. So the first big shift is to understand that as of now, all of your campaigns need to be looked at in phases. This is what's going to enable us to scale, and it's what's going to enable you to scale. So the three pillars of profitability and our approach to automation and segmentation from an advertising perspective go as follows. So first, we have awareness and acquisition. Second, we have retargeting. And third, we have loyalty. Now, awareness and acquisition is where you're getting your brand in front of people who don't know about you yet. You're excluding your subscribers, and you're targeting people who look the most like them in a first attempt to generate sales and leads. Then we're retargeting people who have shown interest in our brand, tracking funnel engagement, and communicating based on consumption. And we're going to talk a lot about that because this is where a lot of your money is made. And then in the loyalty pillar, we're using special deals and promotions and complementary products to increase your lifetime customer value and increase the retention that you have from a customer. So this is what it kind of looks like: acquisition, retargeting, loyalty. We're going to break this down. Now, retargeting and loyalty is where the bulk of your conversions are happening. The second and third touch point and beyond. That's really where most of your money is made. So that begs the question from us: what's the best top of funnel conversion asset? So if we know that most of our conversions are going to happen at the second and third touch point, what do we then use as the first touch point? What's the best thing to use as the first touch point? And my viewpoint is that it's a native video. Absolutely 100% is a native video on Facebook. Now check this out. So, and by the way, what I mean by a native video here, boom, with the equal sign, is that that is a video that is native in a social channel. I'm going to focus on Facebook because that's where we spend most of our money. But it's a video that someone can watch natively right in their social channel without ever leaving. They don't have to click off to consume that content. It's native to the social channel. So if we look at some of our video ad statistics here, you can see that these are as of August of 5th of 2016. We were spending before this and after this. Facebook, we spent $880,000 in a few months after August, and Facebook said we generated 13 million video views in that little 3 or 4 month period. So that would be $880,000 to get 13 views. Let's stick on the screen here. 13 million video views, that's 6 cents a view. But I don't actually believe that, right? I only count a video view as someone who's actually watched my video. Facebook is counting a video view as 3 seconds. I'm going to say 50% of my video, which is like a 4-minute video, 4 to 6 minute video, is a real video view. So if we look at the fact that I only had 1 million people actually watch 50% or more, then what it breaks down to is 80 cents to get someone to consume, 2 to 4 minutes of video content, face to camera sales content with my brand. I will happily trade 80 cents for someone consuming 4 minutes of sales content. So why video? Why video? Well, there's 100 million hours of video watched on Facebook per day. 79% of all global consumer internet traffic will come from video by 2018. Social video generates 1,200% more shares than text and image combined, and video ads have an average click-through rate of 1.84%, which is the highest click-through rate of all digital ad formats. 96% of consumers find video helpful when making purchase decisions, and 4 times as many consumers would rather watch a video about a product than read about it. So a native video really is the perfect top of funnel conversion asset. And let's first talk about how you want to look at your advertising campaign from a video perspective. So we know that it's acquisition, retargeting, and loyalty, but what does that actually mean? Well, let me show you one of my funnels to show you an example of this, which is we are always amplifying content. So what we do, and I'm going to stick to mainly showing my screen here for the duration of the presentation, and I'll come back on towards the end. So mainly what we do is we show a native video inside of Facebook, and then we go to what's called a pre-sale engagement article, and then we go to our offer sequence, which in our case is an e-commerce category page and then a product offer page. So here's what that looks like: a video ad to a pre-sale engagement article to a store page to a product offer page to our shopping cart checkout and then upsell sequence. And here's what that looks like with the automation added in. And this is dynamic automation based on funnel consumption, which is the retargeting pillar. So tracking funnel engagement. And so what we do is we track people who watch 50% of the video. And by the way, what you can do is you can create audiences of people who've watched 50% of your video. And if they didn't click through, you can retarget them. Then we target people who watch 75 or 95%. Those people we send to the offer page. Then we are retargeting folks who engage with the content but didn't click through to the store page. And then we are retargeting folks who visit the store, retargeting people who visit the product offer page and shopping cart, and then obviously our checkout sequence. Here's what that actually looks like for us. This is the awareness pillar here. Lookalike audiences and saved audiences. So we are targeting people who look similar to our customers, and we're creating interest groups to target people who we think would be interested in our products, and we're using a video to do so. Then if people watch 50% of our video but don't click through, we then target them with an image ad, and now we're in the retargeting pillar. So now we are in the retargeting pillar, and most of our advertising is happening in the retargeting pillar. So if you consumed 50%, we think that, you know what, we're going to send you to more content because we don't think you're ready to purchase from us yet. But if you consumed 75 or 95%, then what you're going to see is that we are, in this case, using more brand-oriented advertising, and we are sending you over to our store page at that point because you consumed enough of our video to make us think that you're actually interested. Here, if you make it to the pre-sale engagement article and you don't actually click over to the store, we then retarget you with more content because we feel like if you made it to the article and you didn't click through over to the products, we want to re-engage you with more content because you never showed interest in the products. Then on the store page, and notice how when we're advertising to people who we think are interested, all the ads are very brand oriented. But when we're advertising to people who we think need to consume more content before they're interested in our products, all the ads are more flashy. Here, we're using dynamic product advertising. If you visit a product offer page, retargeting folks who visit the product offer page. You visit the shopping cart, we're retargeting you. Then if you make it to the checkout sequence and buy, now we're in the loyalty pillar. Now we're running ads that are called bot X and not Y ads. So what we do is we create it, and this is the loyalty pillar now. And notice that we're using automation at every step here. So we're saying, hey, you bought this, but not this. We're going to literally run a video ad to you that is about a product you didn't buy. And we only spend like maybe $600 a month on these ads, but we end up making like a 15x return because we're using that idea of automation and that idea of tracking funnel engagement, tracking consumption, and dynamically running advertising based on what you did or didn't consume. And then obviously to our buyers and subscribers, we're amplifying content that then, to all buyers, not just bot X and not Y, but anyone who's a buyer or a subscriber, we're amplifying video content that then soft sells and leads back to our store page. So this is just the ad side. Keep in mind that all of our other conversion assets are still at work, like cart abandonment email sequences and sales pages and testimonials on the sales pages and things like that. Now, you, for the most part, probably do not need the pre-sale engagement page or the store page. Now, what I see, most funnels that I see are a video ad that lead directly to an offer page. And this is a totally great funnel. For example, this is a beard bib thing. If you've got well, if you've got a beard and you have a woman that you live with, like my wife, for example, and you shave, then you know that they don't want the sink full of hair. So you end up spending a bunch of time cleaning the sink because you want it to be nice for them when they come into the bathroom after you shave. Well, this thing solves that problem. And then it led to a long form offer page. I actually purchased this product. Here's a good example of a video ad where they're using a customer testimonial as the actual native video advertisement, which is a great idea. We use this a lot, especially in the loyalty pillar. We run ads of our customers' video testimonials, and they were leading to a e-commerce product offer page. These people were running a video ad right to a Kickstarter page. These guys also to a long form sales page for a selfie stick. Here's a video ad about looking cool that went right to their homepage, which was kind of cool. And then this is more in the sort of theme of what we do, where they had the video ad that then led to the article that was, about getting the hottest flashlight of the year, and then you could get 75% off on it. So they're incentivizing you once you reach the article page to click over and get the product at a significant discount. This was kind of a fun one where they had this thing that you put on bicycles, and if they get lost or anything that gets lost, you can track it down. So they went and put this on a bike. They let the bike get stolen, and then they tracked the person down and took the bike back, and that was their video ads. It was kind of fancy. And I'm going to give you my video ad formula. I just actually bought this toothbrush. Great toothbrush. They're running ads here, which are no music, just images and text in motion. So you can also do ads like that led to a subscription offer page. You've probably seen this one. They're advertising all over, the Blue Apron thing. And so this is my sales funnel with all of the automation. And the idea here is that we are tracking funnel engagement and then retargeting people based on what they have or have not consumed with an ad. And that's really what you got to understand, is that all of your money is going to come in the second, third, fourth touch point. So you really want to look at your aggregate of your cost per acquisition across your awareness advertising, your retargeting advertising, and your loyalty advertising. You got to combine all those three together, which gives you the ability to scale. So here's what that looks like again for us. And you'll notice there's a new thing on this screen where if you look to the right-hand corner, you can see bot X and not Y. And you'll notice that we are then targeting people who viewed 50% of that video, but didn't actually purchase, and we're using an image ad to target those people. So think about how deep we are right now. We got someone all the way through to become a customer, which may have included multiple touch points. Then we ran a bot X but not Y video to them. Then we tracked the engagement and created an audience on Facebook of people who consumed 50% of that video, and ran an image ad to them. And we spend probably like $100 a month on this image ad, but it absolutely crushes. And that is the automation side of tracking the funnel engagement and retargeting based on consumption. And again, this is what I see most video ads look like. So the next question I get is okay, if I'm going to use video ads, what should be in my video? Well, the main thing is that the video's got to demonstrate ownership benefit. All right, maybe I will let you see my face again. We'll go back and forth because I know some people are asking, hey man, where'd you go? So I'm right here. We'll go back and forth. But the main thing that you want to do is demonstrate ownership benefit of the product. So that's the goal of the video. Demonstrate ownership benefit. Now I'm going to give you a formula. Also, you always want customer testimonials in your videos, and where they're doing a product demo is a great style of video. So how long should your video be? Minimum 30 seconds, maximum 6 minutes from our testing. Under 30 seconds, it's really not enough time to kind of demonstrate the benefit of owning that product or touch on the pain point that the customer might have in relationship to your offering. So does quality matter is a good question. Well, you could have a video that looks like this, right? Or you could have a video that looks like this. So yeah, quality does matter, but mainly it's audio quality and not actual video quality. iPhones shoot plenty good enough to, and I don't know if you actually shoot like that on an iPhone, but they're plenty good enough, the iPhone. Just make sure that you're using a good mic and that you have good audio quality. So here's one of our winning video formulas. We use this a lot. I call this the long form stacked video, and it works really, really well. So the first thing is that the ad itself has 2 lines of text above the video, an eye-catching thumbnail, and a compelling headline. So here's what that looks like. We don't ever have more than 2 lines of text because we want an actual call to action to our offer page or article page above the video. And if you end up using more than 2 lines of text, you don't get that in general. Nice eye-catching thumbnail and a call to action. So the video outline, you start with an eye-catching opener, which could be a product demo or something like that just gets people's attention. You move to a compelling story that relates to the problem that you're product solves. Then you go into a product demonstration. So you say, hey, here's the problem you're facing. Here's a demonstration of our product solving that problem. Then you use a customer testimonial. And then we always also onlay some captions at the onset. So we, put like turn up your speakers or some kind of caption at the onset of the video. So again, this is kind of what that looks like here, where you've got your advertisements, you got your text above the video, you've got your video, and then you've got your headline and call to action below the video. Don't put an outro on the video. And the reason you don't want to put an outro on your video ad is because when you're creating the ad inside of Facebook, there'll be a call to action URL, and when the video's over, that call to action URL will display. So if you have a long outro, it takes a while for the call to action to actually show up on the video. So if you just want your video to cut, as soon as that customer testimonial is done, video cuts, call to action is available to click. Now, if you can make people laugh and also demonstrate a solution to the problem they face, that is gold. This is Poo-Pourri. They had this really funny, like super proper woman who was like pooing, and then I guess you spray this stuff in the toilet. Anyways, it was a really funny video, led to their product offer page. They killed it with this. Obviously, there's the Dollar Shave Club, right? These guys are doing really well off of one funny viral video. The other thing, so just a reminder, eye-catching opener, compelling story, product demo, customer testimonial. Great video strategy. Now, so that's kind of the baseline of your automation for paid media. Now I want to get into some higher level automation, leveraging a brand new channel that's available to you. So your business, what is your business really? Well, your business is a group of people and multiple communication mediums. That's all you've got. And first it was only email. Then it was pixeled audiences where you could put people, you could retarget people based on the pixel that they, audience they were on. And emails and ads are still the big two when it comes to communication mediums. But now we have a few new channels. We've got desktop push notifications, Facebook Messenger lists, and mobile push notifications. Obviously, desktop push notifications are brand new. We use a tool called Push Crew to push notifications to people. We have a mobile push notification, so we build a mobile app that iframes our website. We get our customers to download it. We push notifications to them that look like this, and they can go consume our site through our mobile app. And then there's Facebook Messenger lists that I want to talk to you about right now. And I'm going to give you some stats. But first, I just want to clarify what I'm talking about here. So you've got a business, and you've got a communication that you want to make to that business, like, to your customer base. Like, let's say you've got a new piece of blog content. Well, you're going to email people. You're going to advertise to them because they're on your pixeled lists. You're going to do a desktop push notification if you're leveraging that channel. You're going to do a mobile push notification if you're leveraging that channel. And you're going to do a Facebook messaging notification right in Messenger if you're using that channel, which is what I want to talk to you about right now, how to use it in your business. So Facebook Messenger lists. Well, messaging apps are now bigger than social networks. The top 4 messaging apps are bigger than the top 4 social networks. A chatbot. So what is a chatbot? Well, a chatbot is a computer software program developed to simulate intelligent conversation through written or spoken text. So basically, they're going to be everywhere. Like basically you message and they reply back. And the trend of auto-conversing bots inside of messaging apps is called the conversational economy. And basically, bots are the future of the way that you communicate, the way you shop, the way you travel, the way that you book and use other services. You're going to see a lot of things happening inside of your messaging app. And what I want to do is give you the number one way to leverage Facebook Messenger automation and chatbots for every brand. I know it says the top 3 ways, but I'm going to give you the number one way to do it. So bottom of funnel events. So basically what a bottom of funnel event is, it's like someone visits your shopping cart but doesn't buy. I don't want you using the Facebook Messenger channel for everyone because they're not actually that interested, but people who made it all the way to your cart but didn't buy, those people are very, very interested, and you want to give them the opportunity to communicate with you. So here's how you use Messenger bot retargeting ads at the bottom of your funnel. So what we've noticed is that this reduced our cost per acquisition on people who visited our shopping cart and then didn't buy yet by 30%. So this is over here on the shopping cart section. We were using dynamic product ads, and now we're using these Facebook Messenger ads. And so this is now my full slide share. So bottom of funnel event, when someone visits the cart but does not buy, here's what you do. You create a a campaign inside of Facebook with the objective of traffic, and you've unchecked everything but Facebook feeds. So you're only targeting people who are on Facebook feeds. And then where you're sending that traffic, and this is on the ad set level inside of Facebook, you select website or messenger. Set your daily budget, set your targeting. So create a group of people, like a URL-based trigger to create an audience of people who visited your cart but didn't buy inside your Facebook ad set, or give this presentation to whoever your advertiser is. They'll know what I'm talking about. You set your optimization to link clicks or whatever you want, and then you set up your ad. So you upload an image, and then what you do is, instead of putting in a website URL, you select messenger text and you put in the text you want to have happen when someone clicks that ad. So here's what the ad looks like. It's like, hey, get a limited time discount on Boom products. Reply to this message with the word coupon to get 10% off. And then when a user clicks that, it pops up a message inside their Facebook Messenger that gives them the same message, hey, reply here with the word coupon. And then when they reply with that word coupon, you set up what's called an automated reply that says, hey, congratulations, you've successfully accessed our special discount code. Enter the coupon code at checkout to get 10% off Boom products, but hurry, this special discount expires in 24 hours. And then you can also have more stuff underneath that, like we have a carousel of our products, we got some other stuff. And so we're using a tool called ManyChat to achieve this. ManyChat, it's free. Basically what you do is you create what's called an automation. So you click on automation, you click on keywords. You obviously have to connect your Facebook fan page to ManyChat. You click on automation, you click on keywords, and then you put in message contains whatever you want that special word to be. In our case, coupon. You can see it says message contains coupon. And then you put in the reply. They have an editor in there that you want to have happen when someone puts in the word coupon into your Facebook Messenger. And now you have the ability to do the ad that I was just talking about, where people visit your shopping cart, but then they don't buy. And then you say, hey, you run an ad that says, hey, reply here with the word coupon and, get this special discount. And then you get people actually replying to you. And then once they've replied to you, and what's cool about it is you can see how many of those messages that you sent, how many of them got opened, how many were clicked. You can see users who opened but didn't click, and you can tag them and do a broadcast to them. And once someone replies to you inside of Facebook Messenger, you can send broadcasts to them. So then you could broadcast to people who opened the message but didn't click. So once they're in your Facebook Messenger, once they've actually sent you a message, now you can email them in Facebook Messenger the same way you would in email. You want to think of Facebook Messenger lists as email 2.0 and start building those for your brand. Now, continuing on here, and by the way, just to show you real quick that we were paying about $9 per conversion, and now we're paying $5.86 per conversion for people who visit our shopping cart and don't buy. And the click-through rate on these ads is incredible because people want to click to message you because it's new at this point, So moving on here, another cool thing about Facebook Messenger is that you're going to get native integrations coming where it's like natively integrated to all your different CRMs and stuff, where like you can, for us, we can send order data where we can say, hey, your order's been shipped and here's your tracking number, and that your shipment's out for delivery, and then people will respond and say, I'm super excited and all that kind of stuff. So you can push order specific data with customer specific data, and that's coming for Facebook Messenger. The other thing is if someone buys from you at one point, you can set up, what I like to do is set up an automation for people who buy people who buy once, and then as soon as they buy once, I email them and say, hey, because you bought, here's a special discount. I have this automation set up, and I'm able to convert 10% of people who buy once into 2-time buyers by just sending out an email that says, here's a discount. It only lasts 3 days, and then I email them again, hey, your discount's going away if they don't buy. So a little 2-step email. So basically, my big point here that I want to drill home, obviously I can't teach you all of Facebook ads in 30 minutes, but my big point here is that you want to look at your ad campaigns as awareness, retargeting, and loyalty all as one, which gives you the ability to scale because you're no longer trying to make your awareness campaigns be the only thing that works for you. So you look at those all together, and then in the retargeting pillar, that's where most of your ads happen, and you're tracking funnel engagement and retargeting based on consumption. Here's a little tip for those of you who are on a budget. So we talked about people moving from small devices to big devices to make purchase decisions, right? Like that's happening. 67% of consumers start on one device and finish on another. So Here's a little secret tip for you. What you can do is you can run all your awareness pillar advertising on mobile devices and then run your retargeting advertising only and your loyalty advertising only. Well, loyalty you still run on mobile, but your retargeting advertising you run on desktop and laptop computers and tablets. So that is mimicking user behavior because you know that people are going to first engage with you on a mobile phone and then they're most likely to convert on a desktop or a tablet. So if you really want to narrow down, and this should pay for, I think this might even be a free conference, but this should be very valuable to you if you're on a budget with your advertising. It works incredibly well. Awareness ads on mobile only, retargeting ads on desktop and iPad only. And that way you're mimicking the user behavior and you're limited in that you can't scale huge, but if you're spending, let's say under $1,000 a day, this is a great tip to make you way more profitable. You also want to remember that you can do things like geographic targeting, only running ads in New York, California, Texas, Utah, Pennsylvania, and Florida, which are your 6 best states for advertising. So, the deal here is what we really want to remember is that now every advertising campaign is looked at in phases. And if you look at it in phases and you're willing to look at your cost per acquisition across even just awareness and retargeting and really, track those funnel event segments, track the consumption of people watching the native video on Facebook and not clicking over and retargeting them, tracking where people made it to in your funnel and retargeting them effectively with content that's designed to re-engage them, you're much more likely to succeed in your advertising. And also there's some little nifty tricks about how to use the new Facebook Messenger channel. My name is Ezra Firestone. I have a 3-part Facebook video ads training where I go over a lot of this stuff and more at smartmarketer.com/video-ads-training. That is smartmarketer.com/video-ads-training. Check me out. Thank you so much for being a part of Automated 17. Thank you, Leadpages and Drip, for having me. I really appreciate it. I love doing this stuff. I'm such a nerd. I really actually like this. And even though it's kind of dry content, I really like it. So thanks for watching, and I hope to catch up with you later. My name is Ezra Firestone, Smart Marketer and Zipify. Thanks.